This is very, very frequent in a family, whether a family of origin, family of blood, or whether a family we've chosen into, a married family. Here's what's beautiful. In order to stay connected, my mind does not actually have to understand your mind. It's nice if they do, we have more to talk about, more to share, but it isn't required for a heart-to-heart connection. Those of you who have ever been in places where you don't speak the language, as I look around and I look at my non-Indian sisters and brothers, well, even without asking for a show of hands, I can be sure knowing that every one of you has had a moment, probably many moments, of a heart-to-heart, soul-to-soul connection with someone in this country with whom you couldn't communicate a word. Right? It's not, oh, I have to learn the language, then I can connect with people. Even not being able to understand a word, the heart connects. So yes, obviously we're able to dive into much deeper conversations when we speak the language, whether the literal language of Hindi or English, or whether the language of your spiritual practice, your path. But don't be attached to that, because it may or may not ever happen. But one thing is for sure, as you drop deeper into it, as you expand more and more deeply into it, as your heart expands, it's able to connect more and more with other people's hearts. And even though they may not understand your path, they will feel it. It's what happened with my parents. To this day, neither of them gets it, but they feel it. They get it on that level. It's transformed them. They couldn't tell you anything specific about it. They're not walking it the way I am walking it. But it doesn't matter. Because even though meditation or oneness with God is not on the list of topics we can, have conversations about, we're able to connect on that level. I feel it. I know they feel it. They would use different words to describe it. And that's okay. So don't be limited in your thinking that someone has to actually understand my path. Philosophically, semantically, in a values or ethics way, or a priorities way, in order to stay connected. The only thing that breaks the connection is when you get stuck in your box of, I'm the one on a spiritual path, and you people are the ones who don't get it yet. That creates separation. And they'll feel that. They'll feel the separation. They'll feel the ego distance. They'll feel the condescension. They'll feel that sense of you looking down upon them. So don't let that happen to you. Remember, the deeper you go on your spiritual path, the more and more open you are to others. The more you're able to see the divine in them. So let your practice be to open to them, whatever their path may be, to connect on a heart-to-heart, soul-to-soul level, with no judgment, no agenda, no attachment. And slowly, slowly, no guarantees, but it's very likely that they will come closer to the path because the truth is a magnet. And if you really live it and embody it, they will want some of what you have. And automatically it will draw them towards you. Not because you have to convince them or teach them or show them, but just because it's a magnet. And their practice may be different, their philosophy may be different, but that's okay. You can sit together in that divine presence, even if your inner experience is one thing and their inner experience is a different thing. Ultimately, on the deepest level, you're meeting at the same place. So yeah, just feel and find the connection more here than up here. Imagine you were trying to connect and love with people where you didn't even speak the same language. Right? What do you have to do with the eyes? I mean, COVID gave us such a beautiful opportunity to learn how to smile with our eyes. I mean, it was beautiful. No longer could you smile, no longer could you see facial expressions. And we had to learn how to love people through our eyes. And it's such an extraordinary skill and practice. So imagine that you're connecting with people, you've got masks on, they don't speak the same language. Can you just connect energetically? Can you connect in the eyes from the heart? Accepting them fully, wherever they are.